So hello, I'm Dokuhime. I go by Doku, and I'm the EU bestiary lead. I will be going over like some basics about the beasts, and if you have any like questions, I would like if you could ask them at the end of the presentation. But if you like need to like it's an important question at that moment, you can just ask me. Just share my screen. Okay, so we will start a bit with the basics of beasts. And then we will continue to strategy and some contribution that you can do to the team, to the bestiary part. So the beast rotas have three purposes in BPL. First one, it's we need to catch the portal beasts, which are the bosses, to be able to collect the unique sets. Each boss drops 4 uniques: boots, glove, chest, and helmet. And so in total that's 16 uniques because it's 4 bosses. And the rarest of them being Farol. And those are the uniques that give us points. The second, and probably one of the most important reasons that beasts are run like till the end of the event, is the split beasts. Split beasts are used almost in every aspect of BPL, like for heist, for blight, for expedition, for crafting. So like those people cannot function without us. They're useless. I'm joking, by the way. So split beasts. So split beasts can be used for like to split logbooks, to split blueprints, to split blight maps, blight ravaged maps, to split six links like chests or bows, which I assume we will need to split a lot since we have a lot of EA players on our team. So that's the second reason. And with the split beasts, because they have the chance to run more content that way, like it's from one blueprint you get 2 blueprints, we aim to get the sprints for the heist team as fast as possible because there's heist sprint bounties. That's the second reason. The third reason is for our crafting team, which more or less was a bit covered for the 6 link, but it's also like some extra crafts that are being used. Those will be mostly on demand, but per se there is the 6 link craft, like there is a beast, the second one vulture, that actually gives a 6 link craft that we can pass to our crafters for them to craft the gear for the rest of the team. Here you can see some of the like crafts that are being pretty much used, like from people, and like this also too sometimes. So, and now it's how the beast rotas run. A beast rotas are run in a group of 6 people. There's going to be an aura bot inside the team and the carry. So the leader has set up their atlas and they're running T13 plus maps, like red maps. And it's usually T14 plus to be able to get guardian maps and conqueror maps. So what we do during the run is we open the map. It's not it's day 1 it will be Alcan Go maps, but day 2 will be scoured red maps. So we open the map, we enter, and we do not move. Most important part, do not move till every single person is inside the instance. So that's because if not everyone is inside the instance and we move, it screenshots the area that we're in. So if there is a beast close to us and it screenshots, the person that enters after will not get it. So that's very important, especially if it's a split beast or a boss beast. After that, we move as a group. We move from beast to beast and we capture the beasts like in a row. Always stay with your group. Do not venture on your own, simply because it's a 6-man HP, so you might die. Second of all, because if you're too far away, if you're more than 1.5 screens away from your group, when the beast gets captured, you will not get it. So, important part, stay with your group. Afterwards, after all that is done, we go to the boss, and the boss of the instance, and we kill it for Guardian and Conqueror maps and for Synthesis maps. We do not do any mechanic other than actually catching beasts. Like on the right side of your screen, there will be a counter that will go, as soon as we capture a beast, it will go up and we move to the next one. We don't do any other mechanic, we don't do Legion, we don't do Breach, we don't do Delirium, simply because the purpose of the bestiary team is beasts per hour. We need to farm as many beasts per hour. All those mechanics slow us down. So we do not do that. The only exception is operative strong boxes, because we need the scarabs, and heist caches, because the heist team needs a lot. And they're the team also that offers the majority of the points to the team. And the last part is, please do not release if you die. First of all, there's no other portal for you to enter again the map. And second, because we can bring the beast on top of you. Like, if you die and we actually drag the beast on top of you, you still might get it. So please stay dead. And also at the end, you do get the mission from the boss. So you might get an Alva, an Ironheart mission, a Nico that might be used for the team, like for other content. So there's some additional information. So I'm gonna show you the Atlas tree a bit to understand more or less how the beast rotas are. We do need 2 map wheels because we're running scar maps. Very important, have 2 map wheels for us to be able to sustain the maps that we will be using. Afterwards, like in the first actually points, it should be the maps that you put here, and then it should be the points here, and then the bestiary points here and here. And of course the scarab wheel here. Then you add the boxes, the heist, and the bossing wheel here. Here and here. So some specifics about the wheel. Here you can see it's hunt for Venomous. It can always be switched to hunt for Farul. We keep hunt for Venomous through map tiers 1 to 13. The reason for that is, first of all, because split base can spawn even from tier 1 maps. And second of all, Venomous is in tier 10 maps. He appears from tier 10 maps and higher, so we still want him there. And we switch to hunt for Farul at tier 14 maps for the sole purpose because he only spawns at tier 14 and higher. And he's also the rarest boss, so we switch to him to be able to get him, because it will still spawn Venomous. It's like, it's not gonna be only Farul, but we aim to get him first because he's the rarest. Then there's the heist notes, like the smuggler's caches, the blueprints. We do take these notes because, as I said, the heist needs those notes. But this is just a basic, like, bestiary, Atlas tree. I'm gonna talk a bit more when we have the strategy about Atlas trees, but that's more or less about some information about that. Now, boss portals. So there's 4 boss portals. I assume you can see my screen right now in my game. I will go show you the bosses, and because each boss has its own fight, and I would like for you to see each of the fights to be a bit familiar with them, in case you have never run them before.
We can't actually see the game.
You cannot see.
It's just dock right now.
Okay, sorry.
We see cursor, but
Yeah. Let me just switch then. Can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, when you go to your altar in your menagerie, if you scroll all the way down, there will be the open portal and the beast right here. So, this is when you don't have a beast, and this is when you have a beast. So, it's highlighted, which means I have all the bosses. We will start for Farul for you to see the fight, and then I will continue with Sakal, Animal, and Creation. For each of these bosses, you will be getting an aspect craft. The situation is like this. When you run a boss, it's preferable that you run it in a group in a 6-man party, because every single person gets the craft when they run the boss with you. So you run one boss, it's gonna be 6 crafts since it's 6 people. And at the same time, there is dailies that actually requires those crafts. So let's start.
Prove to the first ones you are worthy, exile.
I like you better this way.
You are truly a
As you can
survivor.
see, portals open, you enter the den. Also, if you die inside, if you're in a 6-man party and you die inside the fight, please do not release. You still get the craft even if you're dead. So Farul has, as you saw, it's gonna be 3 stages. The first stage is more or less just DPS the boss. Just do not stand in front of it. It has a very strong swipe. Like
When I'm ready
one-shot.
and not before.
Then you just go around here, kill the beast that you see on the minimap. There's gonna be 6 in total. And after that, it tells you path to Farul, and then you just kill him. Same mechanics like previously, like the most important one being, there's of course the barrage, but it's not that helpful. It's the portal strike. Which we didn't get. So that's the first boss, and as you shall see here, I got the craft, the aspect of the cat. So next boss will be Sakawal.
Prove to the first ones you are worthy, exile.
Doku, we do need to bottle 1 copy of each boss, right? For points.
Yes.
You
Unix
are
exactly one
truly
copy.
a survivor.
But the Unix is the hardest part, not the boss.
Yeah.
Sakawal is the easiest one. First of all, it's monster level 70. So that's very easy. And it has several phases, like here there is one boss that you need to kill, otherwise you cannot progress. Bloody
I
armor.
like it.
So,
Fucking owl trolling.
so the situation is like this. Sakawal has 3 stages that you need to kill a mini-boss to be able to progress, otherwise you cannot progress. And then you kill the boss at the end. Like mechanics that you need to focus on. And it's a level 70, it's very easy. So that's the second boss, and now it's going to be the hard one, which is the Venomous. So right now I do not have an Amethyst Flask, and my resist right now is 3% Chaos. So I might die. There is that chance.
You want help?
No, it's fine. I don't have the Mage Blood on. So that's why it's so iffy right now. I have several portals. If I die, I can go back in. But now it's Venomous layer.
Prove to
This
the
part is
first
not
ones you
hard,
are
you just
worthy,
kill
exile.
The mobs. This is the easy part, actually.
You
The hard
are
part is
truly a
afterwards.
survivor.
So, he also has 2 phases. He does a lot of chaos damage. You see those rolling balls? Yeah. Do not get hit by those. And then he does some degen on the floor. Also don't touch that. If you're melee, well, waste of this. That's the second phase. He teleports you and just try. Mostly it's these projectiles that are the most painful one. The spiders don't hurt that much. And that's it. That's the fight. And the last one is Creation, Crab. As you can see, for each one of them, I'm getting the aspects.
The first ones are watching, Survivor. Don't disappoint them.
Is each of their items equal weight?
Sorry? So the
The
situation like
ritual
this.
is
Farol
complete.
fur is rare. It's the rare. Supposedly they're all equal weight, but Farol's fur is rare. It's like the other ones drop more. And it's the same with Sakalwell's chest. It's the two chests that are pretty rare. The rest, they have very equal weights. It's generally the body armor that's like the Creation body armor is also more rare. So supposedly they have equal weights, but like from practice and everything, yeah, they're more rare, the body armor. So he digs himself down, he goes around, so it's here. Nice. And then he will go down this way. He will come here, and then he will open the path. Yep. And that's the next place. We kill it. So these are the 4 boss portals. Now, the other thing that you need to pay attention to is this. Fenwal Plagued Arachnid. Split an item into 2. This is the other, like, very important beast that we actually hunt. And it is in hunt for Venomous. It's also why, after we get all the Farul uniques, these ones, after we get all the Farul uniques, we switch back to hunt for Venomous on the Atlas tree. Because split beasts are of the Fenwal family. It's for the caverns, of the caverns. Yeah, I said correctly actually after all. So that's it about the beasts.
Doku, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
For the beast bossing, since we don't need to spam aspect crafts, is it recommended to still do 6-person, or would you just do it in any party that can do it?
A daily exists that you need 200 items with aspects.
Okay.
It exists. So it's preferable to do it in a 6-man party. What I would suggest, if somebody doesn't want to run it and is not in a 6-man party, they can just trade it to us and we run it.
Okay.
That would be the best. So let me switch back to the screen. Okay.
Should we do harvest, or are we skipping harvest as well?
Yes, we're skipping the 6-man party. Is skipping that. It's skipping every mechanic except from caches and operative strongboxes.
But we are splitting up eventually into smaller parties?
Yes, that is when
Okay.
I will talk. It's when I will talk about the strategy.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. So it's about the strategy now. So until 319, the bestiary was fun, and it was a 6-man group, and every person in the party was getting the beast. But in 320, GG decided to screw us over. Because it was not enough that we removed the lures, they decided to screw us over even more. So as a result, the leader, the owner of the map instance gets the beasts. The rest of the people in the team, more or less, it's a 25% chance. As a 4-man party, it doesn't increase more in a 6-man party. Maybe it goes to 30, 35, no more than that, which is still bad. As a result, I came up with a strategy. I hope it works. It's the first time we will be trying it, and I hope it works. So we still will start with for day 1 and day 2, because not a lot of people will be around maps yet. We will start with 1 EU team and 1 Ignite team. If we have more teams, that's also great. We will have more probability of getting like the uniques. And it will be 6-man parties. It's the same as previously, same mechanic. After day 2, we will be splitting the teams into smaller teams. Like, we will have, just to show you the diagram here, we will have like the original bestiary 6-man party. Then there will be like, it will be split into two. One team will be like 2 people that were in the party. They can invite a couple of people from global, create a 4-5-man party if they can carry. It depends how many people they can carry in their party. Like, you take as many people as you can, not as many people as you want. So you create a party like that, and then you continue, level them, make them strong enough so they can do the same thing, so that you can split them into 2 teams and they can do the same. So more or less it's like like a tree roots. They create smaller teams, so that at the end everybody is running beast. Not everybody, but a lot of people are running beast, plus some side content like Harbies, Ritual, Delirium, Blight, what's it called, Harvest. Like, they don't need to be as fast as a 6-man group. They just need to have some beasts that they run together with the other content that they're doing, because as a total we will have more beasts per hour, event like in total, not in average but in total, because there will be more people running it instead of only a 6-man party. At the same time, the 6-man party will still remain the same. It will still will still take people in, like to remain a 6-man party, and they will still just do beast per hour, no other content. So if someone doesn't understand this, please ask now. I'll explain it a bit better. Okay, so, and especially for Harbies, for Harbingers, because right now we don't have someone. I took it upon the bestiary team to do Harbingers. It's gonna be during day 3 Harbingers. So maybe even the 6-man party will have to run Harbingers to get the set uniques for there, and then I will need to split the team again to have people run beachheads. So that's more or less the strategy. So things to look out for. I covered them a bit, but I'll cover them again. I didn't show you guys yet the bottling process. That's what I forgot. So to look out for. Let me just stream again my game so that you guys can see. Okay, you can see my game right now, I assume. So.
Nope.
No, you cannot?
Oh, you're still seeing the
That's
duck.
still, okay. Still same?
Still the same.
Okay, let me try something else since this is not working. Please tell me it's visible. It's not visible, is it?
Nope.
Software.
Okay, I don't know what's going on here.
But it's loading.
Nah, it's an infinite loading screen.
It's on loading screen?
I see BPL is off to a good start.
Yeah, sorry about this. I assume now you can see actually the document, but you cannot see the screen. Oof. Okay. This should work. Okay.
Hello.
Now you should be able to see. So the situation is like this. So you go to, realistically speaking, I will probably have enough business
Greetings.
to provide for you, but it's gonna, at the beginning we will not have that many chaos orbs, so you might need to spend some money there. Sorry. So the situation is like this. You can access this tab through your through your hideout or anyone's hideout. Like you just press H, bestiary tab, captured beasts, and then you just write here the beast that you want, like which will be the Phenomal Plagued Arachnid. It will have a different name here. It says Grimeshell the Flocking or the Hulking, but it's if you see, it says Phenomal Plagued Arachnid for the type of beast that it is. So as soon as you add Phenomal Plagued Arachnid on the filter, it should pop up. That's one. How to bottle them?
Hello?
You go to Einhart, you go purchase a nice orb. It's 1 chaos, as I said, and then H, bestiary tab, capture beast, have your inventory open, Phenomal Plagued Arachnid, and then right click the orb and left click it on top of the beast, and it's in the bottom. To release it, you right click it again and it's out. So that's the procedure. So some more stuff to know. There is also the Sakawine Vulture, which is the 6-link beast. We will be bottling those and we will be passing those to Pudding because he will be doing the crafts. So that's the one thing that you need to know, at least for the EU team. It's gonna be Pudding. He will be the person that we will be doing all the crafts with, which means crafts, not real crafts like our crafting team. We mean that he will be splitting the blueprints, he will be splitting the logbooks, he will be splitting the blind maps, he will be splitting the 6 links, and he will
I'll be living in the menagerie, in short.
Exactly. And on his free time, he will be joining the rotas. So I will pin all the names that you can contact in the Bestiary Discord after this meeting. So I'm gonna go back to my. So, and there's some other beasts that to look out for. It's the ones for the crafters, of course, the Krakic Vassal, Fireglings Alpha, Firegolf, like those ones, and some beasts to do on our downtime. So, downtime means when we're searching for people, for members to join our party, when somebody went to pee, when somebody went to get some water, like stuff like that. So there is a list of them, and for the I'm gonna start with the most useless one, which is the Phenomal Scrubber. It's for weak wands. There is a unique, a crafted unique that is combined from the Shade of Solaris and Light of Lunaris, which is a shield, and Shade of Solaris is a wand. So we only run the unique wands beasts till we have the Shade of Solaris, or maybe somebody somebody dropped it in from the other people running maps, you know, till that is actually obtained from the team. Then we do not do any more unique wand crafts, because it's the only other thing that we need is a void battery, and we don't really care about it. And the same goes for unique shields. It's mostly for the light of Lunaris, and then we don't really do it. Unique maps we still run in case we need for completion, and that's more or less it. Unique jewels, unique belts, it's mostly for jewels and belts that people like Diadean Dawn. We might get a Diadean Dawn from unique belts. It's for like uniques that can facilitate builds. That's it. And now, some people always ask me, how do I recognize the beast when we run the beast rotas? I've run them so many times that I've more or less memorized what they look like. But if you're running on your own, there are some pictures that you can check. I have attached them here, so you can see what they look like. These are the most important ones that we'll be running after. I do know a few more, of course, but these are the most important, and trust me, like the Venomous and the Phenomal Plagued Arachnid, the split beast, they're the most easiest ones to recognize. This is a gigantic scorpion with blue runes on it. And this one is a gigantic spider that has blue dots on it. The hard one is the Kraken, probably. And Sakawal is also, it's a big dino that you see in the map. Something else. How can you contribute if you're not like, if you want to do solo stuff? You're like, I don't want to play in a group, I want to be a solo ranger, which It's fair enough. So the bestiary team, because we're going to be splitting into smaller groups, as I explained, will need a lot of scarabs. So if you're running June, let's say, if you can put Jorgen in your intervention, that'd be perfect, because Jorgen intervention drops bestiary scarabs, and we need of them a lot, like a lot. Then you can actually run beasts even on your own, like missions, etc. Like you know, just run them. Like, you don't need to be fast. You just need to get as many as possible. And if you don't want to run a boss, you just pass it to the bestiary people, and we will run it for you. That's more or less it. Like, this is the biggest help. Like, scarabs and people like running on their own, as I said, the bestiary and some other content like at the same time. You don't need to be fast. The only people that need to be fast is the 6-man party. So that's it more or less for the meeting. Anyone has any questions?
Hey, one here. Can we add unique rings? Is there a unique rings one?
Yes, there is a unique rings.
Yeah, can we add that? Yeah, because law weaves.
Okay, sure. I'll add unique rings for the lore whips.
Yep.
I'll add it on the downtime here, like on the document, and people can check which beast it is and everything.
It's the Fair Flame Hellion Alpha, by the way.
Yeah. We'll write it afterwards so that it looks pretty.
Oh, that's my job.
Okay, you can write it down so that it looks pretty.
I'll do it in a sec.
Any other questions people that might have?
Is there any of the new beasts that is useful?
No. I think
They're interesting.
Most new beasts are in the memory.
Memory, yeah.
Yeah, do we need any awakened
Poach
support
rune.
gems? We do not. We do not need, like, okay, maybe increase the level of non-corrupted awakened gem by 1 for people that are running, for our blasters to do more damage.
Yeah.
But like, realistically speaking, no. Like, from
So it's also not likely that the 6 party would run the memory, right?
the situations like this, there is just one beast that is like good, which is the create a shaper, elder, or conqueror map. Like that one, though, and we can still run them. We will be faster probably than the blaster should be focusing on something else, so we can still run those. But that's more or less it. Like, that's probably the only beast that is important. And if we I don't think we'll get that many bestiary memories, so we can just run them very fast with the team.
I don't have a question. I do have 2 remarks. No, not remarks, additions. Just in case it does happen, there is a chance that you do not get a craft at Varul, and that is when you die in the tunnels. That's the only time that you can maybe not get the craft, but it's very hard to die in the tunnels. But just in case, if it happens and you're wondering like what happened, it's probably that. Well, the second thing is, bestiary was really fun before 3.14, where you could just put everybody at the start of the map, somebody runs it, and everybody just gets it. So it's a very long way that we are at now compared to then.
They screwed us over, like, there and everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, and we're not even that popular. Like,
Nope.
why? Just why? What did we ever do wrong?
Can't be having deterministic crafting in this game, no sir.
Yeah.
No.
It's like running Nico and not getting Azurite and not getting Sulfite. Does it make sense? No.
Doku, will anyone fill up on beasts?
What do you mean?
Will anybody get full on beasts?
So the bestiary does get full. There is a maximum of 1,000 beasts, and the map owners will have their bestiary full. Unfortunately, there is no solution to that during BPL, because it's time sensitive, so we cannot just sit on the side and start bottling beasts. That's a waste of time, and we cannot waste, so you're stuck with a full inventory. That's mostly the captains, like the people that are the map owners, because they're the ones that are getting the beast 100%. So their menagerie will get full in day 2.
It
Uh,
only counts
Yeah.
regular beasts.
yeah, it will get full, but and then the situation will be like that when you will be capturing the beasts. The beast that will be overwritten will be a yellow beast, never a red beast. So you don't need to worry about those beasts that are important to craft, etc. It's only the yellow beast, and then probably when you will be doing the crafts, that's why I will have Pudding doing the crafts, so that he will have yellow beasts. When you're doing the crafts, at some point you will run out of yellow beasts. Like, I can give you an example. I can stream my game, just a second, because I also don't have that many yellow beasts on this character, and I can show you what happens when you run out of yellow beasts. Again, the same problem, that it doesn't change. Sorry? Okay, so I don't think I have that many yellow beasts. I'll just run a few of my trash ones, like random currency. This is also a nice one for random currency, but I think we'll be okay with currency, so I'm not...
Prove to the first ones you are worthy, exile! You are truly a survivor! Prove to the first ones you are worthy, exile! You are
Something for Pudding
truly
as
a
well. Quality
survivor!
gems, please.
Sorry? What?
Why?
Because we have a number of SRS and a number especially of cold dot players who will be looking for +1s.
+1, okay. Yep.
And if I'm going to do the expensive craft, that involves a shit ton of quality gems.
I
Good
couldn't
point.
hear you. Yeah, the quality gems, yes. So as you can see now, I have only 2 crafts because I have only 2 rare beasts left. Like 2 yellow beasts. The rest, like, I'm missing here and here, like, I'm missing beasts to be able to do the rest of the crafts, while I do have the rare beasts, the unique beasts. So, and yes, as you said, the other crafts are the gem crafts. The 21 corrupted gem is important because there's the purities that can be rolled for the Orabots. And then the quality, I assume it's for the
For the +1 crafts.
+1 crafts. Yes, that was
Yep.
right to say. So, but that's more or less it. I think I have them on the... Do I have them on... No, I do not have them. I will add those too. It will be a downtime activity.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta
I'll
keep
add
Pudding
those.
busy. Pudding gets bored if he doesn't have things to do.
Yep.
Oh,
That's fine.
he will be like running with me too. Like, don't get me wrong. I'll have him like run the side for you, then come join back in. Then I will have him probably do Harbies. So
Yes, mistress.
he will have stuff to do. No worries.
If
I
I don't get to...
remember like 2 years ago. Hey, Doku, come join BPL. I'll teach you about beasts. And now this happens. Nice.
Exactly.
Oh my.
The student teaches the master, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yep. It's very nice. Very nice.
So, any other questions? Any other like stuff that you guys would like me to add?
I would just say that joining in Beast Rotors is a great way to get lots of XP.
Yes. I will probably be shouting that in global, but because people don't die in Beast Rotas and we're very fast through the maps, we usually end up in the top 10 as far as it concerns levels, XP. Like, it's a very efficient way to level.
Yeah, you're going to be power leveling me, you are.
Mm-hmm.
When I finally get to maps.
Yeah, like, just hit around 75 so that you don't die, because if you're like a bit lower, it's like, if you hit 75, I can just get you to 95 probably very fast. So I can get a lot of people to 95 very fast.
Nice.
And it's also points for the team.
Quick question, not about beasts, but the whole group. Is there a guild that we could join? So we could kind of share guild stash or something like that?
Oh, the situations like this, Guild Slash will be available only to me, the NA lead, and Pudding. And if you need something, you'll be asking me to give you stuff. Like DM me in game, and I'll be trading stuff because we don't want to have too many people in the guild because it's gonna be like very messy. Because it's also the Blasters guild, and we cannot take that many resources.
You're in the Heisters one, aren't you? Puddin's in the Blaster.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
As long as that got
There's
sorted.
different
Okay.
guilds
Yeah.
for different stuff.
Not in the right guild yet, but I should be.
Understood.
Yeah.
So how about,
game pudding?
Sorry?
I was gonna say, how about,
I invite you.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said?
Go ahead, Muscular.
Muscular, yeah.
I was gonna say, how about having another guild as a secondary guild for all the for all of us? I was gonna say, that we could trade easier. Like, for example, if
Are you
someone
thinking in
wants,
general? Or
what's
in
that?
Beast? Are you talking in general or in
Just
Beast?
in general, like, for example, I
Like-
have this essences and someone wants it and I say yes, I have it. So instead of just waiting for me to finish my map, he could just do whatever he wants and then I'll throw him in a stash and a guild stash and then we pick
Somebody
him up.
hiding essences from me.
The main problem there is one a person having a guild that's so large. We are 200 people or over 200 people on the team, right? So that's an expensive guild to have access to so many people. And other is like you don't know, like if everyone had access to that and someone else take the essence because they see, oh, that's an essence there, I can use that. And then it's wasted in that way. It makes sense. I get what you mean, but in practical, it gets more confusing because if people have access to stuff, they will either take it or do whatever. It gets more confusing.
And something to add, it's like I think the crafting team has some interns that you can trade all that stuff to them, and they will like pass it along to other people that might
Yep,
need it.
that list is pinned in the Crafters channel.
Yeah.
You'll get to know them very quickly.
Also, don't give away anything that you might need. It's what we always say.
Unless it's points.
Yes, unless it's points. That's another thing. Unless it's points, but like alterations, like essences that you might use for yourself, like stuff like that. Do not give it, like give the amount that that you can, like not what is asked, because it's gonna be over 200 people. Everybody will give like something. So at the end of the day, they will have enough currency when they ask for something.
Lies.
Oh, it's not lies. I'm right. So it's just like a thing for everyone that give what you can, not like everything, because otherwise it delays you, it keeps you back, you're not getting to red maps fast. It's like the team loses because you don't have your stuff, because you don't have some currency. And also sorry, and also like the crafters probably at the beginning will be more focused on equipping the blasters. So you can also craft like flask, like some stuff, like manage your resist a bit on your own too. Like afterwards, when they have a bit more free time, they will probably also say something in global. You can approach them and say, hey, I want this, I want that. Like in a sense that like they will have time for you too. Wifey, you wanted to say something?
I was just going to say that you can always check trade, because trade is going to help you with your upgrades. And early on, the unveils for the bench will be done by the crafters. So if you need to unveil craft early, you can ask them if you haven't gotten it unlocked yet.
Any other questions? No? That's it? Okay, guys. Then I will end the bidding here. I will stop the recording. And I will upload it on the channel afterwards so that everybody can see it in case they missed it. So that is the end, and that's it.